This is KGW News at noon.
We start this afternoon with breaking news in southeast Portland. Police have more than 24 units out near Lentz Park trying to arrest a person who pulled a gun on a Portland city worker. This happened this morning just after 9 o'clock on Southeast 92nd and Steel Street. So here's a live look now. We can bring you a live look because our crew is just a few blocks away at the Boys and Girls Club there in Southeast. You can see all the crime tape that's up there, all the streets that are blocked off. Police, we know, have called in their special emergency reaction team. Of course, we'll update you with more information as soon as we get it. We also have breaking news this morning, or I should say this afternoon, about the U.S. man who leaked classified documents related to the war in Ukraine. A member of the Massachusetts Air National Guard is now in custody after he was arrested early today. These images we're showing you here are from the town in Massachusetts where federal agents made that arrest. Attorney General Merrick Garland just confirmed he is 21-year-old Jack Teixeira. The documents reveal details about the U.S. spying on Russia, secret assessments of Ukraine's combat power, and the gathering of intelligence on U.S. allies, including South Korea and Israel. The Pentagon addressed the leak just about an hour ago.
The department is taking the issue of this unauthorized disclosure very seriously. We continue to work around the clock, along with the interagency and the intelligence community, to better understand the scope, scale, and impact of these leaks.
The Associated Press left a phone message at a number believed to belong to Teixeira's mother. Also this afternoon, the second of two Tennessee lawmakers expelled for leading a protest over gun control last week is back in the state legislature.
So help me God.
State Representative Justin Pearson was sworn in this morning after he was unanimously voted back into the House by the Shelby County Commission. Last week, the Republican-led state House voted to expel both Pearson and fellow Representative Justin Jones.
There's a proliferation of bad and poor policies coming out of this state legislature. They don't realize that these bullets are doing more than hurting just people. They're shattering communities. At the grocery store, on your walks, at the bank.
Moving forward, Pearson and Jones will serve on an interim basis until a special election is called to permanently fill those seats, and they are both eligible to run in those special elections. All right, back to some local headlines this afternoon. Firefighters had to rip down plywood to get inside a home that caught fire in northeast Portland. The fire started at around 7:30 this morning on Northeast 6th and Halsey. Firefighters have had issues with this home in the past. They say it's been abandoned for a while, but witnesses say they saw people running from the house shortly after the fire started this morning.
On the back side of the structure from where we are now, you can see 4 by 8 sheets of plywood that the crews have torn off to gain access. We have a lot of experience with this particular home. A report on the way here from one of the responding officers was there's heavy cluttered conditions, unsanitary trash and human waste throughout the entire structure.
Now that the fire is out, investigators are working to figure out how it started. The ramp to Highway 26 from the Oregon Zoo is back open this afternoon after a landslide shut it down this morning. ODOT closed the ramp just before 8 o'clock. It was a relatively small landslide and crews were able to clear it out in about 3 hours. All right, let's take a break from the news headlines this afternoon. Rod Hill, I believe, is standing by in our weather center. Rod, what do you have for us there?
Well, it's been a dry start to our day, something we have not seen in several days, but I am tracking, here's a closer look, of a little wave of moisture that's going to bring at least some shower activity inland. You can see the rain getting nipping now up at Clatsop County around Astoria and up to the Long Beach Peninsula. Radar also picking up some traces of rain down around Eugene. So here's the cloudy spot where the clouds are thickest, and you folks are starting to see some rain around the area from the Astoria column looking out over the Astoria-Meckler Bridge. 48 degrees. We have clouds that are generally starting to thicken up after a little bit of early sunshine this morning. That was Stoller Family Vineyards Estate down in Dayton, and here's downtown Portland with a temperature of 48 degrees. Winds are light from the northeast of 5 miles per hour. So some rain shower activity picking up this afternoon. It still looks like either nothing where you live or a trace of rain or maybe up to about 5/100ths of an inch at most. We'll leave the high at 53. 46 tonight. The shower chance will wind down tonight. Next batch of rain is going to catch us during the weekend. We'll have the timing on that forecast coming up in just a moment.
All right, Rob, we look forward to that. We'll check back in with you here shortly, but right now we do want to get back to some local headlines. Starting with this one, a family is suing the city of Portland and Portland police for a deadly shooting that happened 2 years ago. Robert Delgado's family says he was having a mental health crisis when a police officer shot him in Lents Park. They argue that police ignored signs that Delgado was in crisis and also did not follow police protocol. A grand jury already cleared the police and that officer of any wrongdoing. The day he was shot and killed, witnesses called police saying Delgado was flashing a gun in the park. Police also say Delgado ignored officers' commands, and when he reached down to grab something, Officer Zachary DeLong fired 2 shots from his rifle. Here's what Delgado's family told reporters 2 years ago, shortly after the shooting happened.
The amount of pain that this has caused me and my family it's very hard to put in words and describe. This incident isn't something you ever think that you will have to experience.
Delgado's son is asking the court to award damages for the loss of his father. The city declined to comment. To help Portland police crack down on street racing, Oregon's governor is sending in state police. Governor Tina Kotek has directed OSP to partner with the Police Bureau in Portland to stop street racing and drunk driving. You may remember Portland's mayor asked for that help back in February. It's not clear yet how often operations will take place or when exactly they'll start. We have calls into the governor's press secretary to learn more. Washington lawmakers are going to start over in a new effort to build a new airport in Western Washington. There's a push to build a new one because SeaTac is expected to reach its capacity by the year 2050. The Senate last night passed a House bill to scrap the existing study and start all over. 3 sites, 2 in Pierce County and 1 in Thurston County, were previously proposed but faced strong opposition from lawmakers as well as community members.
We need to look at all of the solutions in the context of our transportation system. Resetting the work of this commission to a work group with that new mission probably won't give us the silver bullet, but it will help us collect more information as we grapple with this.
The bill before us will not get a different result. It is going to kick the can down the road, and the effort, I believe, is doomed.
The bill now moves on to the governor's desk.